4-day road trip, 5 states, 2 national parks. On this road trip, we're starting in Los Angeles and making 7 stops. We're heading to Sedona, Arizona, Grand Canyon National Park, Lake Powell, Antelope Canyon, Horseshoe Bend, Zion National Park, and Vegas. We all love getting away, but finding the time or resources to vacation can seem impossible. I'm here to show you that you don't need a lot of time and don't need a lot of money to take memorable trips with the people you love or alone. Time is the most valuable resource we have, and making the most of it is key to a meaningful life. Day 1, LA to Sedona, 482 miles. First stop was Devil's Bridge. Located on the Coconino National Forest on the northwest side of Sedona off Highway 89A and Dry Creek Road, Devil's Bridge is Sedona's largest sandstone arch. If you're doing this hike, it's easy to moderate. It's 4.2 miles out and back, and the most difficult part is about the last 10 minutes as you approach the bridge, where you'll start climbing natural stone steps. The scenery is breathtaking, which is one of the reasons why this hike has become increasingly popular over the years. Depending on the time and day that you go, you might have to wait up to an hour and a half for a photo op at the bridge. Go prepared with the right mentality. If you're not a local and this is a rare time that you get to experience this hike, take it for what it is. Enjoy the views and the fact that you're able to experience this. Soak it all in and don't let the crowds distract you from the beauty. I recommend bringing a mask and goggles even if you're going at a future time when masks aren't a mandate. It can get very windy, which kicks up red dust, and it gets in your eyes, nose, and mouth, and it's really uncomfortable. Another thing that you can do to enjoy this area is book a Jeep tour. After Devil's Bridge, we went to our campsite. We went in early April and the weather was in the low 40s at night. The campground we stayed at was clean. There were picnic tables, campfire rings, cooking grills, as well as vaulted restrooms and drinking water. Day 2, we cleaned up camp and headed to the Grand Canyon with a stop at Bearizona, which is 58 miles away. Bearizona is a drive-through wildlife park and it's approximately 160 acres. We saw a lot of animals. We saw bears, Alaskan tundra wolf, bison, and they do require you to keep the windows closed for your safety and that of wildlife. After Bearizona, we continued on to the Grand Canyon, and I've been to the Grand Canyon a handful of times, and this was the first time that I experienced it while it snowed. It was such a unique experience. We spent most of the day here at the Grand Canyon and watched the sunset. After the Grand Canyon, we drove to Page, Arizona. When you go to the Grand Canyon, if you're driving out at night, please be cautious because it's very dark, there's no street lighting, and I've seen deer in the middle of the road twice. Had I been driving fast, I would have been in a very unfortunate situation, so please don't speed, don't put yourself and wildlife at risk. Day 3, Page, Arizona. This was one of my favorite parts of the trip. Early morning, we rented kayaks and explored the famous Antelope Canyon by water. Experiencing Lake Powell and Antelope Canyon by kayak was incredible. The scenery with the high cliffs and clear blue water is like nothing I've ever experienced before. My friend and I kayaked 5 miles to a secret beach, and it was gorgeous. After our kayaking adventure, we did a guided hiking tour of Upper Antelope Canyon. Antelope Canyon is a slot canyon on Navajo land east of Page, Arizona, and was formed by the erosion of Navajo sandstone due to flash flooding.
So that water comes off of us, bless you, and it all builds up here and acts as a dam, and then she finally, it fills up and then she pops. So then the water comes carving through, and it takes about 4 hours for it to drain.
How during winter or?
No, during our monsoon season. Actually, there's been 2 freak storms within the past 21 years. Every decade it seems we get something crazy like that.
Lower Antelope Canyon is considered to be a photographer's dream, and guided tours are required to visit both Upper and Lower Antelope Canyon. After our guided tour, we headed over to Horseshoe Bend where we got to watch the sunset. This is another beautiful spot, but it is very, very busy. Day 4, we checked out of our hotel and headed to Zion National Park, which is 116 miles away from Page, Arizona. Zion almost doesn't feel real. It is beautiful. You have these massive, colorful sandstone cliffs with clear blue skies, streams with turquoise water. It is absolutely one of my favorite national parks, and there are tons of hiking trails to fit every age and fitness level. If you're looking for a hike to do, I use an app called All Trails, and you can sort by location, by difficulty, by distance. From Zion, we headed to Vegas for food and stopped at the 7 Painted Ladies before finally heading home. That's it for this trip. Subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.